All right, guys, welcome back. We're back with more Mad Kings coverage as they make their way through the ESL Genting South American qualifiers. I'm your caster, Moxie. I'm here with the wonderful Mike Mags, and we just watched Mad Kings win their first game of the day against VGS Esports, and now they're up against Team Cronos. We saw a very impressive gyrocopter in game number one. We saw Dancing in the Dark going 13, 1, and 12 on his gyrocopter. So I'm interested to see if that's something he'll be picking up again, or if that's something that Team Cronos will have done a little scouting on and try to ban here. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, we saw a pretty impressive showing all across the board from Mad Kings last game. They just were able to take it to VGS pretty hard in the safe lane, actually, with that gyro and Earth Spear AA combo that they had going. And yeah, it ended up with 770 GPM on that gyro, and mostly through kills too. Didn't really spend too much time just farming.
Yeah, the gyro was a menace. There were a couple instances where actually he ran face first into the Shadow Fiend and the Sand King, and they both kind of looked at each other for a brief second, and then the other team just ran away. They did not want anything to do with that. We do see a Winter Wyvern pick up here for the side of Mad Kings. That's a very popular support right now, has a very nice win rate. And her Q is just fantastic for harassing in lane, so...
Yep, it ended up being banned last game, so being available this time, it's just a very strong hero to pick first. Secures whichever lane you want, has some deep pushing power, team fight ultimate, some heals, can't really go wrong with it.
We do see that Lich pick up from the side of Team Cronos. Still a great pick. The ice armor is a very nice buff, able to sacrifice creeps out of the mid lane too to give a little bit of an advantage, and provides nice team fights. So that'll answer, if they try to throw out that heal from Wyvern. Oh, and an Ogre Magi. Alright. I see some bloodlusted teammates over on the side of Team Cronos here.
Also goes with the blue hero theme that we're seeing from both teams right now.
Important.
But yeah, Lich falling off pretty hard with the XP changes to the creeps. The range creep is no longer like the god tier creep to deny in lane. But yeah, just gonna see him come out anyways. Can still be very strong in securing a lane. It denies a deny at this point, so still just gonna try and make it work.
Interesting. All right, we've got an early Batrider pick on the side of Mad Kings. It's a little early for that. I'd be kind of nervous maybe revealing that so early here, just because there's lots of ways to counter him.
But we're going to be going into the banning phase, so I think they'll be able to take away, I think, usually see Weavers and like a Lifestealer go up against Batriders. Jug also just another hero that can just remove the sticky napalm stacks. So.
Well, Jug was actually just eliminated now, like you said. They banned that out.
So they'll have two heroes to take away here, and then you won't really be too scared. But
now, what about that Huskar ban, though? Where's that coming from?
I don't know. Like, just looking at hero pick histories, maybe that's something that they've seen, but that hero has not been something that I've personally seen just being picked. So,
well, especially with the opening that they've just given with the Winter Wyvern and Batrider, I could see more if you had someone like an Oracle or maybe a Dazzle. You might be a little afraid of getting Huskard and cheesed, but I don't think that's going to be the issue here today for Team Cronos.
And it could also be that they're planning on picking, say, more magic-oriented heroes in the upcoming two hero picks that they want. So a Huskar would become a good pick. Not necessarily that it is a good one right now.
So no OD and no Lifestealer. All right.
Yep.
Very quick bans here. They know pretty much what they're looking for at this point, I think, on both sides.
As mentioned, though, they have left the Weaver and a Slark in the pool, the other two heroes that you'll most commonly see up against a Batrider.
Yeah, Weaver's been seeing a lot of play lately, it seems, so that might be a nice pickup for them. Especially with that Bloodlust, too, on the Ogre Magi. Being able to cast that on the course. They're actually going to take a little bit more time now trying to figure out what they want to draft, where they were very certain on the bans. They're not quite as certain, I think, on what they want to pick up here for the side of Team Cronos.
Probably will be going for their offlaner unless they want to secure that lever pick that we were talking about here.
What are your
Thinking that
feelings on picking up both supports first phase, by the way? Because I know people are very polarizing about it. Some people
Mhm.
think it's a good idea. It kind of keeps things a little bit more hidden. Other people think that you should be saving one of those supports for second phase so you can kind of counter, do a little bit more maneuvering around when you see their draft. What are your thoughts?
having flexibility is definitely one of the strong drafting strategies that's been just around the past few patches. So if you can avoid it, hiding your supports as long as possible into that third or fourth pick is definitely the way to go. But sometimes if you have a draft in mind that it just doesn't really allow you that flexibility, then you'll just go with it. But yeah, anytime that you can take a hero early and then just flex pick it somewhere else, that's the strong thing to do. And yeah, showing your supports just kind of gives away a little too much to the other team.
Well, we get that Omni Knight pickup. That's a guy who's been seeing a lot of play recently.
Yeah, just having the diffusal blade change no longer purge, Omni Knight just skyrocketed up to a hero that can be picked in the first phase. Also, just having Repel, a hero that can take off Sticky Napalm stacks. You may see Team Kronos trying to match that hero up with the Bat Rider.
Yeah, I was about to ask if they're going to try to aggro, or rather move around their lanes, have Omni Knight pair up with the Bat Rider 1v1. Nothing is worse than having all those stacks of sticky napalm and having your turn rate and just everything so slow. Ugh, not a fan. We do break with our blue tradition, though, here with the Omni Knight. Shake my head. I don't know. I feel like their chances of winning have gone down now because they don't have a solid theme.
Yeah, I think so too. Team cohesion is very, very strong in Dota, and having conflicting hero color schemes negatively impacts that.
Well, lucky for them, Omni Knight has a pretty good success rate, so that'll make up for him not having those blue garments. The Omniscience is just too big of a fan of the red, apparently. So we've got one support over on the side of Mad Kings with the Winter Wyvern. You've got your Bat Rider who's probably going into that off lane. What do we see now? Do we see something? They don't have to worry about them picking up a Vengeful Spirit at this point because the swap is always so good against the Bat Rider. We do see a very aggressive Spirit Breaker pickup, though.
Right now, the side of the die are not necessarily the most mobile heroes, and Spirit Breaker definitely a hero that can capitalize against that. And his ultimate and his bashes just can go through the BKB from the repel that Omnina wants to apply to his teammates. So pretty nice pickup. Not necessarily one that we see too often, but situationally pretty good right here.
Now, right now we have 3 people over on the side of Team Cronos that do a lot of magic damage. We see the Terrorblade pickup for Team Cronos. That's scary when there's a Winter Wyvern on the other team. And Dancing in the Dark gonna get his Gyrocopter again. That's great clear for all those Terrorblade illusions.
Yeah, Winter Wyvern and Gyro, and even Bat Rider. Bat Rider is a hero you'll see picked to go into a Terrorblade lane. So Mad King's just passively having 2 heroes that are good against the Terrorblade and then picking up Gyrocopter in response. So they are more than prepared for what's going to be coming out from Team Kronos.
Yeah, there's nothing more satisfying than taking that Winter Wyvern curse and having the enemy team's illusions beat them down to death. Or in the case if there's like a Beastmaster, having his menagerie of animals and necrobooks and everything just murder him.
Yeah. And just a poor support out of position as well can just suddenly have Terrorblade turn on him and burst them down as well.
All right, so what's the cherry on top of the sundae here? What is the perfect pickup now for Mad Kings for this mid?
So if Mad Kings want more wave clear, they can go for the puck again that we saw last time from them.
Oh, they go for the
no,
Storm
gonna go for Storm. So another hero that can just kind of go in and clear illusions. Yeah, the Storm and Ember Spirit, those are 2 heroes that you often see against illusion-based cores like Terrorblade or Phantom Lancer.
I'm pretty concerned for this Lich right now. I have a feeling that Storm Spirit is going to be actively hunting him around the map along with the Spirit Breaker. They've just got so much mobility, Mags. With Spirit Breaker, Storm moving around. If you can do some scouting with the Bat Rider, you're just going to get a blink. It's kind of scary for Team Cronos. Final pickup is going to be Alina, which will be able to outrange Storm Spirit in lane, but it's going to suffer once he hits that 6, I think.
Lena does well against Storm Spirit 1v1. Just like you said, having the range, having some nukes to take down the wave in her favor, but also another hero that is not very mobile. And having a Spirit Breaker, having a Storm Spirit, even Gyro with his move speed talents, Bat Rider. Like, there's just so many tools on the side of Mad Kings that can just kite and pick off and run down the side of Team Kronos. So if the lanes go even for Mad Kings, they will see the mid game go heavily in their favor, I think.
Well, I'm not super fond of the draft coming out from Team Kronos right now, just because I think Mad Kings does have the advantage. I gotta say, that Omni Knight set is super baller. I don't think I've seen that before with like the eye patch. Is that a new one? Did that just come out?
Yeah, I can't say that I've seen it recently either. If when we get into game, maybe we'll see what set it is. But yeah, that he's looking pretty badass. Actually.
Yeah, he's looking pretty baller. He reminds me of Thor right now, which I guess is you know, kind of what he's based off of, I guess, with the Nordic hammer and everything. But looks like people are grabbing their heroes. They're planning, and I'm interested to see how this all goes down, Mags.
Yeah. I want to have faith that we can see a good game, but Mad Kings have an overwhelmingly strong draft against what Team Kronos has, so definitely favoring them right now. But best of luck to both teams, I guess.
Absolutely. All right, so we've loaded into the game. Go ahead, we'll introduce over on the side of Team Kronos. We have, I can't read this language because I don't speak, I believe that's Japanese. We have Terrorblade here. We've got Sei gonna be playing the Omni Knight. Resolucho gonna be playing the Lina. Zaya, I guess, playing the Ogre Magi, and Aya no Te Amai is going to be playing the Lich. We'll just call it Aya.
So then for the Radiant, SO will be playing Spirit Breaker, Robo Z playing mid Storm Spirit, Shikid will be on the Winter Wyvern, Dancing in the Dark will be playing Gyro, and Nada 2.0 will be rounding it off on the Bat Rider.
If there are any Mad Kings fans, can they let us know how to pronounce Winter Wyvern's name? Because I know it's Shisid, I think. Like, that's how it's spelled, okay. But I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. So, any fans that want to clear that up.
We can get clarification on that. That would be very helpful. But I was going to say, I think you managed to pick the team with the harder to say names. Just
yeah, I don't know how that keeps happening. I was just like, oh, well, I introduced the Radiant last time, so I'll introduce the Dire. And, of course, I get... you know, as some of the guys like to call it in my Discord, the moon runes. When it comes to anything that's Chinese, Japanese, Korean, anything like that. Asian languages are moon runes according to them. But do have a nice Shagbar courier here on the side of the Dire. I think they have the noble donkey on the side of Radiant. Yeah, there it is, right there. So, alright, so laning wise, what do you think is, who do you think actually is gonna have the most struggle with their lane?
Well, there's a Spirit Breaker in the field, so usually that means you'll go towards that team as having the advantage, just being able to charge in on whoever's having a bad day. And Bat Rider naturally will see himself having a good lane against a Terrorblade if he finds that matchup, although the Dire side may want to dodge that with the Omni Knight going 1v1 against him. So,
well, I think I know where the Mad Kings want to go. They definitely had several... Well, I mean, they want to go everywhere, but they definitely had 2 players definitely circling into the Dire jungle, so I think we might see a little bit of an aggressive play. Or they're just, you know, doodling on the map. Looks like they are just doodling on the map here. Boost of travel. I like it. Nice drawing. That, what was that? Is that Storm Spirit who's drawing that? Clearly he has a career in art here, Mr. RoboZ. Magnificent.
Preferably going to be making it to closed qualifiers, but in case it doesn't work out.
Yep. He's got a
fine
career in fine art for him. All right, so we do see the whole team of the Dire making their way towards the Radiant jungle over here.
And they don't necessarily have a strong level 1, but I think they're just doing this to scout out the lanes and hopefully give their Terrorblade a better matchup than going up against the Bat Rider. So might be seeing him plus the Ogre and Lich in the offlane here.
I don't know, this gyrocopter should be... His spidey sense should be tingling a little bit, because there's a lot of people here. And again, like you said, not the best level 1, but... I mean, it's literally just him and 5.
Yeah.
5 heroes.
And they all see him, but he doesn't see them.
Peekaboo. Yeah, that high ground vision. Oh, big heal coming out. Light Strike Array. Can they get this first blood? Yes. And they'll actually go to Ogre, and I'm sure Terrorblade is pretty angry about this, because he was really setting himself up to getting that. And, I mean, insult to injury would be if this Ogre took his rune on top of that. A little bit of a fun start here for game number 1 of Mad Kings versus Team Cronos. So, looks like Batrider just going to the typical offlane here. I'm not sure if they're going to swap it around once they see that Terrorblade's in the bot lane. Nope, Terrorblade, oh, he's gone top. Alright. He's not afraid of anything here. Lich having a bit of trouble. They might be able to burst him down. One more click. Ah, he's a very lucky Lich. Makes his way back to the well just in time. Charge coming out over here on Resolucho.
Ogre on the courier.
Ooh, that courier. Just need one more hit. It looks like Wyvern. Alright, mid is 1. No items on the courier, luckily for Lena, but still gonna struggle now. Not having that capability of getting the bottle.
Yeah, the buffs to the courier speed, not enough. This Ogre outsmarting it.
And they've let the Omni Knight and the Gyrocopter 1v1 down here. Gyrocopter should be pretty okay with this. He's a ranged hero. Might need a little bit of assistance. In fact, it looks like the Winter Wyvern's making their way down. Charge is coming out over onto Sei as well. He does have a point on Repel. And there's the charge coming forward. Just gonna pop that Repel. Try to run himself back here. He's gonna just TP out. And I think that is a very smart call there, because they don't really have anything to cancel that TP at this moment. Mid is struggling pretty hard though. Resolucha, again, Lena gonna be able to harass just a little bit better than the Storm Spirit, although he's getting very aggressive here.
That
and he knows that
LSA
Lena
actually
can't.
just saved herself. Like if she misses that, he's just gonna walk up and hit him twice with overload.
Yeah, the Light Strike Array. Landing that was pretty key here. Now the other thing is, you know, Robo-Z, he's got a courier. Resolucho does not. So this harass, while they're able to both solve up here, it's going to be a little bit longer for Resolucho to get that regen out to him.
Wait,
with that courier
doesn't
kill.
have a courier? Because Radiant's courier was killed.
Oh, it's
by the
Radiant's
Ogre.
courier. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I thought it was... I saw Wyvern.
Yeah, so both couriers are dead.
Both couriers are dead. Oh my goodness. I didn't notice that Ogre did. Alright. GG.
Yeah, I
Detours.
watched the Ogre. I didn't see the dire one.
Well, we both missed... Each of us missed half of that fight, apparently, so... Couple of illusions coming out. Say he just can't find a way out from this. He's going to try to just put as much damage as he can over onto the Wyvern, because he knows that he's toast either way. So if you can put a little damage, that'll help. And actually, Wyvern going to be able to get that kill. And while all this is going down, we actually lose Nada in the top lane. That's a lot of stacks of napalm on that Lich. Oof. 5 stacks. That was close for him.
So both offlaners going down.
And looks like, again, Batrider's coming forward. He's got a point in that flame break. He might be playing a little too aggressively here. I don't know. What do you think, Mags?
Well, meta being used here, so he might be.
They don't have the
eating his
Ogre. If they
position
had
now.
an Ogre, this is a definite kill. Lich is just taking a bath on this Firefly. He does have a wand, though. They'll actually
Both
turn
using
back
their
around.
sticks.
Looks like they'll get the kill on Lich.
Yeah.
Nice rotation coming out from Spirit Breaker here, seeing that opening. He was originally charging, I believe, onto the Terrorblade, and he canceled it out. Ogre back in lane, though, now, and looks like they're going to provide a little bit more support with the Spirit Breaker in top lane. I think Wyvern should be able to help zone out that Omni in the bot lane. But the pressure they're putting on Batrider here is making it so they're not going to allow that Spirit Breaker to really roam quite as freely as he might like, just to help him secure a little bit more in terms of farms and levels, because he is struggling. Although he does do the charge. I love the Spirit Breaker games. It's just constantly chasing around, sides around side. There's the slow coming out from the Winter Wyvern. Lightstrike Array won't actually connect, and the overcharge, RoboZ will get the kill.
And she just goes down so quickly.
She's so squishy is the problem.
So squishy, not very mobile. It's like this Omni. But Spearbeaker actually weak.
He's going to be all right here. They do have a dive going out here onto the Lich. RoboZ, he wants this. Will be able to get the kill, although now he's going to have to try to fight with this Lina. Does have the bottle. Lightstrike Array will land. And it looks like RoboZ, he's realized he's just a little too low. He doesn't have enough regen here. He's going to go ahead and TP out. Lich actually making a rotation as well. Places a ward over here on the side. So what has our Batrider been doing? Because I know he was struggling a bit.
He's just stacking up. He's going to be catching up relatively quickly as soon as he maybe gets another point in Firefly.
That's a smart call here. Although Ogre...
Had Ogre, though.
Ogre's going to keep an eye on him, place a ward. And I'm pretty sure that we should see these supports, you know, trying to roam and mess with the farm that Batrider's getting. Or at least try to get some of that experience, too. Meanwhile, bottom lane, we have another charge coming out. Omni Knight, he's trying to farm up a stack, and that was a little ambitious, I think, coming out from him here. No TP on him either. This is pretty spooky. We see that the Winter Wyvern's going to be able to jump over the cliffside. Throws out one of the heals, but again, he just can't be that aggressive, I don't think. Not against this lane.
Especially not when the TP's not in his inventory.
Yeah.
But they do have the greater bash from the Spirit Breaker, so not even guaranteed TP out either.
That's true. Just gotta pray to RNGesus, right?
Yeah, 17%.
Top lane. Looks like Batrider gonna be forced back again. They'll follow up with an Ignite. Frost Blast coming out from Lich here. Nada should be fine. He's right by his tower, and they don't have a creep wave, but RoboZ gets another kill over on Resolucho here in mid. This Lina's having a rough game.
Yep, Storm level 6, well level 7 now, but as soon as he gets the Ball Lightning, he and the Spirit Breaker just can take advantage of Lina's lack of mobility.
Oh boy, say he's trying to just get anything he can out of this lane, but he's just playing too aggressively. Should be able to escape here though. I don't think that Gyro's going to be able to quite burst him down, although I don't know. When I say that, there's going to be a charge coming in and there's one last right click. I thought he was out for sure.
Yeah. The creeps are pretty much tanking the Rocket Barrage, but just able to get that last right click in.
We actually see the rotation coming out from Lina. Top lane, though, Ogre's in a little bit of trouble. Oh, Batrider! Batrider was not anticipating the turn, though. Oof.
That reflection. Just does a little bit too much damage with meta online right now.
Yeah.
Especially with Bat being level 4 to the level 6 Durblade.
It's a lucky Ogre right now. More movement over onto mid. This Lich cannot be alone on the map. Not with RoboZ and SL on these very mobile heroes that are constantly going to be looking for pickoffs. Resolucho here. Oof. He's actually just going to walk by each other. I guess Storm's a little low on mana, so maybe he doesn't want to go for that. Spirit Breaker does point out that the Lina is nearby. There is an Ogre, though, as well. But looks like Storm going to just back off here. Robo going to go into the jungle and do some farming. Double damage rune is available in the top. Bit of another fight going on here. It looks like Spirit Breaker is going to TP himself out. If they had had that purification up, he would have been a dead space cow. We got the bloodlusted Omni Knight here. Swing that hammer a little bit faster.
Guys are on the gyro though. He's coming up on his Mask of Madness, and I expect him to either be able to take this bottom T1 tower or just show up in top and force this Terrorblade out of lane, and that's when it gets really scary for Mad Kings.
Batrider is a little forward here. There are 3 heroes that could potentially try to get a kill on him, but there is Spirit Breaker standing nearby and the Winter Wyvern, and they're gonna go for a D ward. Smoke comes
Robozy
out.
is sitting on a DD rune though in mid. He could very well get a TP scroll and then just join his teammates up top. Who are smoked, the Spirit Breaker and the Wyvern right
They're
now.
gonna run first and foremost into this Ogre, but they've got their eyes over onto the Terrorblade here. We'll be able to connect. Looks like, oh, the meta gets popped. That's so much damage. Can he drag him around long enough, hold him still? Oh, there's a heal coming out from the Wyvern, but the Thunder coming out will prolong the Terrorblade long enough where he's gonna be able to help get a kill, but he's also going to fall here. And while all this is going on, Resolution dice again. Robozy actually should fall to this tower. No, he's going to be able to make it out with about 30 hit points. He doesn't want to give up this kill. He's looking to get the denial here from Roche, but he's going to try to just run himself home. Wyvern standing nearby does have the heal in case that Ogre gets a little too cheeky. Haste picked up by Ogre. He needs to be very careful now. He's looking, but there's not just the Storm here. There is a Wyvern as well. Wyvern turns around, does not have the Arctic Burn. Charge is going to come out over onto Ogre. I'm not sure if he's going to continue with it, though. I guess it depends on where he ends up going. Although Spirit Breaker players, I mean, it's go time. They just go, right?
He's taunting, actually, while he's going.
Is he? Is he pulling a Roger special?
No, I'm going to choose to cancel it, but the top lane engagement, I was thinking it was going to go bad for Mad Kings because the Terrorblade taking an early point in Sunder, thought that was going to maybe make the difference for them that fight, but Batrider just living through it. He was able to take him down before dying himself to the Ogre, so I'll have golden XP going for him, finishing up his drums.
Well, I think it helped that they were all in the corner over there, just kind of taking a bath in the Firefly. I think that helped them out quite a bit, but yeah, a bit of a sloppy fight coming out from both sides, actually. Oh, nice big stack here for Robozy.
Wyvern to help him out.
Meanwhile, in the top lane, looks like they're jumping over onto Ogre Magi. They should be able to get this kill. It's going to be Batrider. And Ogre had a kill streak going. That's got to feel pretty good for Bat to get his vengeance here. He's getting closer and closer to that Blink Dagger. He's at 780 right now for gold. And during all this, I feel like we haven't paid any attention really to Gyrocopter. They've just kind of let him do his own thing down here.
Yeah, and Lina has the same idea. She's making rotation bottom, but kind of...
Oh, Laguna Blade coming out. Oh, the Repel coming in. Nice heal save coming out from the Wyvern. It's going to make Resolution move back. They'll be able to go and use the Guardian Angel. They get the kill over onto the Gyrocopter. Can they get the kill onto the Wyvern? Yes, they'll clean up. And now it looks like Spirit Breaker trying to get himself out. This just a couple bounces here. We'll be able to get a triple kill onto Resolution, which is something I think he really kind of needed after all those deaths in mid. While that goes on, though, we also see that they're able to take Batrider down, pop the meta, and I think we're going to see some damage on this tier 2 top.
Storm catching out Lina.
Can they get the one last hit? Yeah, he'll be able to jump around the corner. That double damage helping out.
So Lina surprisingly low in the rotation. I thought that was going to go a lot more in favor of Mad Kings, but she was able to catch Gyro past the trees in front of his tower, so he couldn't just retreat to that and get help from his teammates. Storm also didn't have a TP, so wasn't able to really respond there. So it was a pretty good rotation on a hero that, as you mentioned, they've been kind of just letting farm by himself up until this point.
Yeah, it's the caster's curse, right? You say like, oh, they've really been letting this guy just get away with murder, and then they immediately murder him. So charge coming out here. Storm sees the opening. That's a very dead Lich. Got a Kaya.
He's 0-5 right now, and it really only gets worse from
Omni
here.
Knight. Big bash coming in immediately, followed up with the Repel. Looks like they're trying to land that Light Striker Ray. Not going to quite get it. Pop the wand over here on the Spirit Breaker. This Omni might have bitten off a little bit more than they could chew, but they do get the kill over onto the Spirit Breaker. Omni's still alive. They use the Winter's Curse as well, and there's a nice call down coming out here from Gyro. Can they get that kill? Yes, they'll be able to clean up 2 heroes, and Robozy is now godlike.
At 1345. So very good start for him. Kaya's online. Gonna be going into his Bloodstone.
Wyvern actually gets struck by the Light Striker right here. Resolution hot on this tail. Does not have the Laguna Blade up quite yet. Might be able to get a Dragon Slave off. They'd see a charge though coming out. Lina just in the middle of now 4 different heroes. And there's a homing missile coming out. A couple bounces come out from the Lich, but there's just too much damage being poured here from the gyrocopter. So Wyvern actually going to get away from this engagement, and Dancing in the Dark finds himself another kill.
Lena putting herself out there just to try and secure a Wyvern kill, and then ends up with 2 kills going aside for Mad Kings. That's just not a very good sign for them going forward.
No, it's definitely not worth it, especially because she started to catch up here with kills. I think she was like 3-3-1, but...
Yeah, sees herself actually fall below the Omni Knight in terms of net worth point.
Yeah, that's rough. Especially because Omni himself hasn't had the best of lane either. Currently 0-4-5. They do spot Gyro. Looks like they're going to try to jump on him again here. There's a heal bomb thrown out, followed up with the Ignite. Call down comes out. They do get the kill over onto the Gyrocopter. They still have their eyes over here on Wyvern. She's going to pop her Q, try to fly around, juke around, let him take a couple hits from this tower. But there's a charge coming out now over onto the Omni Knight. They use the ultimate. They still have Guardian Angel up if they need to use it. The Winter's Curse comes out. Oh, poor Lich, just getting beaten down to death. RoboZ comes in at the last second. Once I kill, big Sunder coming out, though, from the Terrorblade. And now they'll pop meta. They'll chase after Wyvern. They can't quite grab the Spirit Breaker in time, but they'll be able to turn their attentions to the spot tower.
That was actually a beautiful Sunder coming out from Terrorblade, taking Storm down from full to a third. And Batrider actually canceled his TP, so not able to really help out his team there.
I think they were going in 1 by 1 at that point, and I think it was probably the smart call there. If he had gone earlier, oh, what's happening? Lich casual farming ulti.
It's a little bit of a ping out.
All right, interesting.
So they know that that's down. Yeah, he was able to afford an Observer Ward and a
Lich gotta farm somehow, right?
Yep.
So currently, Terrorblade, top of the net worth, 11k, 8k over on the Gyrocopter, and 7.5k on Storm.
Yeah, so it's pretty much 1v9 at this point for him, and the 3 cores of Mad King below him.
Do you have a Blink Dagger up and running on the Batrider now, so we can see some more movements coming out from the side of Mad Kings?
He was just farming the middle of the wave, so they probably see this happening, but they do smoke.
There's the jump forward immediately over onto Omni Knight, so he can't get that Guardian Angel off. He'll be able to get the repel off in time, though, but they could still probably click him down. Nice ultimate coming out here from Winter Wyvern. Again, this poor Lich just cannot catch a break. RoboZ zipping around trying to create chaos here. We'll be able to take down Lich. They are able to take that Resolution too on the Lina. Nada now is just, he's gone. He will be the sacrificial lamb, but that is 3 heroes killed on the side of Mad Kings here, and they only lost their Batrider, and he was already able to get that ulti off, so I think that's pretty good for them, right?
Yeah, and Terrorblade TP'd in, but no Metamorphosis online, so not really able to turn that fight around as much as he'd like. And it's just like we saw last time, Gyrocopter just farming through this all, forcing lane pressure on this T2 bottle.
This is like so reminiscent of the first game that Mad Kings played, just Dancing in the Dark, able to just stay in his lane for the most part. Gets ganked a couple times, but then takes the tier 2 all by himself. Arcane Rune, ooh, that's a couple heroes I don't think that Dancing in the Dark wants to run into just quite yet. Probably wants a little bit more backup. Have a Glimmer Cape online now for the Ogre. Manta completed on the Terrorblade. Mech on Omni. Lich is living that Strug life here. And RoboZ takes the tower top, so that's split pushing Storm.
Yeah, and there's really no catch on the side of the Dire to punish him for any of this. Lena did just finish her Yules now, first item at 18 minutes, so...
Yeah, she's had a really difficult lane. Lots of ganks being pulled on her, and of course, when Storm gets the 6, he's just zipping around. Storm actually finds an opening in the top lane. They take down the Lich with the help from Nada.
Flaming yet lasso used, but secures another kill, and Storm's closer to his Bloodstone.
I mean, if you can get a kill each time you use a lasso, that's good in my opinion.
Yeah, especially in the early game, and when you're ahead. So, just finding any kills to maintain your lead as possible. Yeah, take that trade any day.
Now, is Gyro a little... I don't want to... No, he's probably not. I'm trying to think about, like, compared to game number 1 that we saw. Is Gyro still on par, or is he a little bit behind this game?
So, he's definitely not doing as well at this point in the game. He finds himself 3-3 with 4 assists, and he only had 1 death all of last game. So, a little bit slower for him, but RoboZ 11-1. So they kind of have switched the the farm priorities here. RoboZ having a massively better game than last time on the puck.
Looks like Omni Knight's reconnected now, and we're ready to go. Oh, it's kind of awkward considering Omni Knight is just kind of sitting over here right in front of RoboZ, but he's TPing out anyway, so he's absolutely fine. So how does Lena come back here? Because she's been struggling pretty hard. She's 3-6-3. She just finished her first big item.
Yeah, well, she's working on a Lincoln Sphere now, so it can help out if she gets jumped on by the storm. But in terms of coming back, she does have the tools needed to wave clear, although...
Terribly.
Yeah.
Oof, wrong side of the tracks there, buddy. We'll get chased down here. Nice Glimmer Cave coming in. They will be able to go and connect that charge, though. Laguna Play getting used. Oh, this poor Spirit Breaker has got to hightail it out. I think he's still toast, yeah. Nice response coming out from the side of the Dire. That was a nice Sunder, too, coming out again from Terrorblade, buying him a little bit more time, making the Gyrocopter reconsider jumping into all of those heroes. 14 Bloodstone charges right now on Storm.
Full HP, meta online, Bloodlusted. They're going for this T2 mid.
Storm gonna jump into the middle of everything, try to get rid of some of those. Oh, the illusions as I was talking about. Ogre just barely managing to get out in time. RoboZ, he's gonna get stunned up though. There's a heal coming out from Wyvern. He's out of mana though. I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to walk away from this. There's just too much damage. He's gonna have to go and use the suicide on his Bloodstone. There's a big homing missile coming in again over onto Terrorblade. Light Strike Array lands, and I hear there's a lasso over here, but that is just by himself. There's no one to help him out. Resolucha sitting very, very low himself here. Spirit Breaker trying to just fight his way against this Terrorblade. Will be able to get the kill and is now trying to hightail it with 9 HP. Not going to be able to quite manage, and looks like though this Lich is going to be toast. Oh boy, what a weird fight.
Yeah, with the Gyrocopter down, I think the Storm kind of was a little too aggressive using all of his mana, just trying to defend that tower, but...
I would have liked to see maybe the Bat Rider opening up with the lasso. Like, I'm not sure what happened. That got used fairly late, I feel.
Yeah, I think they should have ideally waited for the Gyro to come back, maybe just forced out the creeps so that they couldn't really hit the tower much. Just waited for his respawn and then go, but the choice of actions caused Storm to have to deny himself and lose his initial set of Bloodstone charges. Although the low cooldown respawn, he was able to come back and clean that up. So in the end, still pretty good for Mad Kings.
Yeah, it was a case of like split fights coming out here from the side of Mad Kings, where the lasso, unfortunately, you know, he grabbed someone, but there was no one nearby because they were all fighting over in the mid lane instead of up by that eye spot. Wyvern has her Blink Dagger online though now, so that's going to make for some even nicer Winter's Curses. Top lane, we do see Storm Spirit jumping very far forward. Nada's going to get taken down though. Now RoboZ, he pops that invis. We'll try to just put out a little bit more damage here. Light Strike Array actually going to connect over on the side. We do see Spirit Breaker. They get the kill over onto the Lena. And now RoboZ, he's getting chased down by this Omni Knight. Will be able to zip himself away. Chancing in the Dark is just getting cornered with all of these Terrorblade illusions. Oof.
Now, this is reminiscent of last game with fighting under towers that we saw. And this time, not necessarily going in their favor, losing their 2 cores for core and support.
I mean, Storm's gradually getting these Bloodstone charges back. He does spot out this Omni Knight. Omni Knight doesn't have much mana. Soul Ring's on cooldown. I'm not sure if they're going to go for this. They do have wards, though, so they should know that there is the cavalry coming, so looks like he's going to back off. We do see a rotation now coming out from the Ogre Magi. Otherwise, it's pretty peaceful. I don't think they revealed that Winter Wyvern has that Blink Dagger yet. That's going to be a big reveal.
Yeah, if he can catch the Terrorblade with that ultimate, just can get him to kill maybe the Lina or one of his other teammates. That'll be pretty huge for them.
Well, I mean, that was, you know, you saw all the Terrorblade illusions just hitting on that that poor Ogre Magi. And he's fairly tanky as well, so yeah, like you said, if they can grab the Lina.
Yeah, the hero that very squishy, not having a great game, just take her out early. It's pretty good.
Now pincer ring action coming out. Oh, Wyvern, careful. Yeah, they do spot out that there are more heroes in the vicinity. Wyvern's gonna walk away. And smoke actually gets used. I don't think they know where they want to go, though. They're kind of all over the place here. Lich leading the charge. Not usually the hero you want in front, but they don't have a lot of disable anyways.
Terrorblade did finish his Lincolns for this fight, so it's going to be a little bit...
Alright, there's the meta getting popped. Oh, the Winter's Curse. They'll take down the Ogre this time. Laguna Blade gets used over on the Spirit Breaker into the back line here. He's still actually alive. Still getting chased down. Can the Wyvern make it out? No, she's going to get taken down by one of the Terrorblade illusions. And they'll go in for this Roche.
Lasso is online, so this Bat Rider can just maybe look to go for a play.
They're throwing out a Flame Break. Pops the... Terrorblade off to the side there.
And Storm's
Robo
ready
looking to
on the
zip.
side as
Yeah,
well.
he's looking. Yeah, they don't have the Ogre, but they also don't have the Wyvern here, so I don't know if they necessarily want to engage on this. Although Terrorblade... No, there's an Omni Knight nearby. He's going to be fine. Lich, meanwhile, top lane's going to run face first into Spirit Breaker. Bat Rider standing nearby. We'll get a standoff. Ultimate gets used from Spirit Breaker, and he's just going to take a bath in that Firefly. RoboZ showing up at the last second. Getting that Bloodstone charge here. I'll just zip himself out. They've made a lot of rotations. So Terrorblade's still top of the net worth right now. 19,000, 13,000 on Gyro, 12,000 over on the Storm Spirit. So Terrorblade has strapped his team on his back, and he's trying to carry them, kicking and screaming. Feels like.
Yeah, and he's actually getting to be a bigger menace as time goes on. That Link is here. Oh, he's going to be caught here though.
Yeah, he'll pop himself forward. They'll throw out the repel. Pop drums, chasing after here. He's gonna get stunned up. Oh, that's a big call down though. This is a very dead Omni Knight. There's no Guardian Angel for these guys. And now the chase is after Resolution. They're just diving behind towers. This is something we see them do a lot of. Glimmer Cape gets used. The Euless is gonna come out though. Big Winter's Curse over here getting used over on the Ogre. He's gonna get taken down. Lina gets taken down. Lincoln's gets popped yet again on the Gyro. And now Lich, oh, he tried to run. He can't run from RoboZ. And with 4 heroes taken down now on the side of the Dire, they will turn their attention to objectives and take this tower.
What Mad Kings are doing really well this game is playing around the Metamorphosis cooldown. It's on cooldown for another 7 seconds, and we would have really liked that to be online for that fight right there, but just a significantly weaker hero when it's on cooldown. And Mad Kings just capitalize on that with going with that smoke play into their jungle.
Storm Spirit just took a tour of the Dire's base there, jumping forward, use that Orchid, but of course they have a Manta on the Terrorblade, so he's able to pop it off. Now Omni Knight's back up, he's gonna rejoin his Terrorblade, and the rest of the team's just gonna back off. Go back, do a little bit of farming. Gyrocopter getting very, very close to that Lincoln Sphere as well, so Won't be able to sunder him anymore as soon as he gets that. Terrorblade working on the butterfly as his next item. And we do have a smoke coming out here from the side of the Dire, so maybe they'll be able to find a pick off here. In fact, there's a gyrocopter right nearby. He's already popped the shrine too. Lich losing a big chunk of his health there right off the bat. And they do manage to get the kill though over onto the Spirit Breaker in the bot lane. So that's one less hero they have to worry about. I'm sure they're going to translate this into a tower push.
Storm, though, with the regen, probably will be putting pressure on the barracks, so... But
I'll take the tower and get back, I think, yeah.
Go.
They have backdoor protection right now until the creeps get here. Looks like Storm not gonna go for anything in the base, though. Just gonna push that top. And we do see tier 3s getting pushed down here in the bot lane. They haven't popped the meta yet, so there it is. A lot of damage. They gotta watch out for this Wyvern, because Wyvern's gonna be looking to murder whoever she can with those metas popped. So jump forward coming out from Bat, just going to try to throw out some Firefly, take down these illusions. That's a big clear out right there. RoboZ jumps into the middle of everything. The Eul's gets used here from Lina. We'll be able to land the Light Strike array. And there's the heal coming out from Wyvern. It's a lot of magic damage being dumped out over onto him. He's going to be able to get himself out. BKB coming out from the Gyrocopter. He's going to try to man fight this Terrorblade, and they do get the lasso off. They're going to drag him away. They can't do any physical damage quite yet with that being up. And Guardian Angel going to get taken down. Can they get the kill over onto Terrorblade? It's going to be close. That heal coming in so clutch right now. They get the stun off over onto Ogre Magi, and they're going to be able to take him down. That's a triple kill on RoboZ.
Wow. What a fight.
That was a beautiful fight. That heal coming in at the last second on Dancing in the Dark was so clutch.
Yeah, and... the Batrider pulls the Terrorblade into the T4 towers, and he's able to get the Sunder off at the last second, but little did he know Batrider and Gyro rocking Lincolns, and was just able to tank that, and Terrorblade was left unable to just turn that fight around there, so...
That's one heck of a way to find out that they've got Lincolns. Also, really nice play being able to take down those illusions as fast as they did. That's a very brave Batrider, jumping into the middle of all the illusions and just throwing down the Firefly.
Yep. Just no fear from this team. We've seen it last game, seen it again today with this one.
Good stuff, definitely. Now, it looks like Roche is back up and running, and Spirit Breaker and Gyrocopter gonna be just taking down Santa Roshan here. Here's a jump in from RoboZ. I'm pretty sure you give this to RoboZ, right?
Yeah.
One of the best Aegis carriers in the game.
Bloodstone charges. He's just falling out of control, for lack of a better
Get it?
terminology. Yeah.
Dad jokes. Nice.
Good Aegis to him, let him continue to just go on this Lina, who's still, I don't want to just be a broken record, but one item at 31 minutes.
Looks like they'll turn their attention to the top tower here. There's a heal coming out over onto the Batrider. And they'll just make their way to the tier 3s. The jump in from RoboZ, he's looking. They did have the sentry ward placed down, so they could have seen this Ogre Magi, but he had his eyes over on this poor Lich. Man, Lich cannot catch a break. Poor dude has died 14 times. Big call down coming down from Gyrocopter just to clear out these waves. But important to note too, Batrider not with them quite at this time, so I'm not sure if they're going to make a rotation, just keep making them jump between towers here as they go to the bot tower. I don't know. Smoke gets used though, and they didn't have vision actually, so this could be a good jump. I'm not sure how you jump the Storm Spirit though. He's got a Lincolns, he's got this Gyrocopter with him with a BKB and a Lincolns. They have to realize something's up. Yeah, they'll go ahead, they'll pop that Lincolns over onto Gyrocopter and force out that BKB. But while all this is going down, oh, RoboZ, he gets another kill onto Lich. I think he wants to go after that Lina really badly, but he knows that the rest of the team is standing nearby and maybe shouldn't test his luck. They do get the Winter's Curse off, but it's not really much damage being placed over onto Resolution. So a bit of a misclick, I think, here from Winter Wyvern. But that'll be back up in about 60 seconds. This Lich, oh, I feel so bad for this dude. I've had games like this.
Where's the time spent dead stat? Because it might be competing with time spent alive this game.
Oh, the hunt is on. They want the Spirit Breaker, and he'll get forced by the Winter Wyvern. They're getting pincered, though. There's a jump forward coming out from Batrider. He's got this Omni Knight in his clutches. He doesn't want to allow him to get that Guardian Angel off. He's still alive, though. Will actually manage to get it, although Lina not part of that. They'll throw the Glimmer Cloak onto her, but she's still going to get taken down here. Sunder coming out over onto the Spirit Breaker. A nice stun coming out again from this Ogre. They're going to be able to get this kill. They will go ahead. They'll use that heal, but Laguna Blade does not care about Winter Wyvern's heal. And Winter Wyvern actually herself will get taken down. Bat Rider now in a little bit of a pickle here. Going to try to probably blink, force himself out. Does have the TP in his backpack. He's just moved it over. Just casually farmed the waves on his way out here, which is a little bit cheeky. Pops his Lincolns. He's out. What happened?
Well, I think the Dire are still showing that they're a strong force to be reckoned with when they have Guardian Angel up, when they have Metamorphosis up. So just kind of taking a bit of a scrappy fight there near their Ancients. I think we saw the Wyvern kind of use the Winter's Curse on Lina in mid when he didn't really have much of his teammates around, so that cooldown was just something that they maybe were playing around.
Storm still has that Aegis, 24 Bloodstone charges right now, so I'm sure they just reset once they have all their ultis up. In fact, they do have all their ultis on the side of Mad King, so I think they go back in now because they know that Guardian Angel's not up. They don't have the Lich ulti either. In fact, Guardian Angel, 70 seconds on that. They do spot out this Bat Rider over here. Immediately defensive and ready to protect one another. But Bat's looking. And they'll take down shrines. Closer and closer to that butterfly on Gyro. That's going to make life even more difficult, I think, for them. And Terrorblade's still just top of the net worth.
With the level 25 talent for the Ball Lightning. Always
boy.
nice to see the mini map just light up when he does a he does a travel.
Now, I have a question because I haven't seen this yet. If Pugna is in a match against Storm Spirit and he zips across the map, but the Nether Ward is right where he starts, do you watch that zip across the map with him? Is it a full laser light show?
Well, as long as he's in range, it has like a max range for that zap.
Oh boy, Ogre.
But you're also invulnerable when you're traveling, so you're not going to be taking any
That's
damage.
true. That's true. Wasn't sure if we'd see a lot of particles, but smoke comes out. And they're going to be looking for an opening here. Again, Storm still has that Aegis. They do have a gem up and running over on Ogre Magi this time. To be able to keep tabs on the Spirit Breaker. And Smoke actually does pop. Bat jumps forward. He's found himself his target here. Wants to get this kill. Will be able to take down the Omni Knight. They'll be able to get this Lich, I think, again. BKB coming out here on top of that as well. And they just can't do anything to this Gyro. Although the Aegis does get reclaimed here. Robo needs to be a little careful, though. Everyone's sitting fairly low right now. He's just zipping back and forth. He's just got so much mana. It's actually so ridiculous. Resolution, he's going to buy himself a little time using that Yules, but doesn't matter. That is a double kill. And the rest of the team, they're going to buy back on 2 heroes. The Lich comes back here. Does not have the ultimate, so I'm not sure what he plans to do. Terrorblade, of course, does have ultimate, but he can't defend against all of these guys. And
Meta's down now that he died, so
yeah, I don't
doesn't really have the tools.
Oh, Bat Rider. They pop the Lincolns over on Bat here. He's just kind of getting shredded, but in comes Storm. He says, "Don't touch my Bat Rider." Jumps forward with that Orchid. Will get the kill with Gyrocopter's help, and they'll take down the Lich. I think that's GG. This Storm is so hard to follow using my camera when he's zipping around. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So that seems to be it, and 35k end score, net worth advantage for Mad Kings.
Gyro also has a blink now. Just zipping back and forth nonstop. Guardian Angel gets popped. They figure, you know, one last hurrah, why not? BKB gets popped from Gyrocopter. They're just having fun now. There's the GG call from Resolucho.
Alright, so another strong game for Mad Kings. This time, not the same Gyro game we saw last time, but RoboZ just had a similar performance to the Gyro from last game this time. 20-2 on him.
Yeah, that was one heck of a Storm Spirit there. Unfortunately, Lena had a very poor game. Started out pretty well early on in lane, but again, that's one of those heroes that while she wins the lane against Storm Spirit early, will suffer later on if she starts to fall behind. And with all the ganks coming in, especially with like a Spirit Breaker, it proved to be pretty tough for Resolution there. But GG, well played both teams. Mad King's going to continue onwards through the brackets, and we will be back with their next game, guys, so stick around.